Hey everyone, Matt Cribbs here, and welcome to another Wednesday morning drive, brought to you in glorious high definition. That sounds so old school when I say that. Yes, but I have a new camera. I ended up getting a GoPro Hero 3, which had been previously used by a coworker of mine, and he wasn't using it anymore. So I ended up with it, and it is working perfectly. I got a mount for it to stick it up there on the windshield, and the wide angle just, I think, you know, I don't have to worry so much about where to put it because you can see everything. But yeah, 1080p, 60 frames per second. We're in business. I actually had to make sure I shaved this morning so that I didn't look completely horrible. But don't expect makeup or anything. So welcome. I hope you had a great week. I did pretty well. The little ones, little McCribbs Juniors, were sick. Both of them, so that was no fun, especially the baby. Sick babies are just no fun because they're miserable and they don't know why, and you feel like, oh buddy, it's okay. But you know, it is what it is. They're all better now. I flirted with the cold, I think. I was a little sniffly in my last Minecraft video with Clobber Stomp. Go check it out if you haven't. Vanilla server is on 1.9, so awesome stuff there. And I'm gonna have to be getting into it because really I've just kind of been reading some of the snapshot stuff, but haven't looked at it, haven't jumped into a snapshot or watched videos. So I'll be learning right along with you guys. Other news. Infinity is still going. I'm not been playing on it because I kind of had a little break, and then I was like, oh, now there's a whole lot to catch up on and get back into. But we are also going to be spinning up a new modded server and a new modded series. I don't know if the word is out publicly on what it is, but let's say it's not something that you're seeing a lot of on YouTube right now. So we're pretty excited about it. And I think it's gonna be really cool. So those are coming. Otherwise, yeah, that's about it. Oh, the little teaser I put up on with Castaway it's still on the way. Got a little delayed when I did Hitman beta, but that was really cool. Oh, and I think I got a couple more of those episodes to put up. They're sitting there. They're recorded, but I haven't put them up yet. Actually, had a really weird thing happen last week with my Hitman episode 2, and I think it goes to show one of the problems that YouTube has. And you know, I'm certainly not the first one to say this, and more people who actually rely on it for their living. Oh, hey, that camera's shaking a little bit. I guess my car is idling a little rougher than you would want for a camera mounted on an arm. Hopefully that doesn't get anyone seasick or nauseous or anything. But anyway, so yeah, I put up the Hitman 2 beta, which was all me. It was all original gameplay footage of me playing the game and, you know, getting it. It was my stuff, and the publisher, the game, it was fine that we did that. There was no problem with that, but it got blocked for a period of a few hours by a copyright claim from another YouTube network, and I'm not a member of one. I don't particularly like what those networks do or what they can offer. But anyway, it was blocked for a copyright claim, and I'm like, huh? And I think some other people's were too. Clumsy, go check him out, also in the description. I think his was as well. But then, you know, I was gonna go and dispute it because no, it wasn't true. And why is this multi-level network, claiming copyright on this stuff? Basically, I think they probably had, you know, one of their people's footage of the same section of the game as me, and YouTube's all automated. It does all that, and it got flagged. And you know, within a couple hours, it went away, which is good. That's the right thing to do. But you know, it's a problem where the default behavior is to, you know, assume guilty until proven otherwise. And and that, you know, just because this one organization had put a claim on something, my video and others were just completely blocked until someone intervened and took a step on it. And that's wrong. That's absolutely not the right way to go about resolving a problem or a dispute. You just automatically blocking things and doing that, especially when the way content creators can claim things is just so half-baked. It's so sketchy. It's just like, the verification is just, it's weak, obviously, because people, you know, you can claim things that you really have no claim to and get other people's stuff blocked. You know, if it felt like a bad guy, I could just go do that. And then the other thing that's really, really almost worse about it is that there's zero communication. Hey, welcome back. For some reason, I'm on my cell phone now, so bad angle and all of that. I won't adjust it while we're moving. For some reason, my SD card on the GoPro filled up, and I don't know why. I don't know how long that took, or how far, you know, when it cut out, because I just had noticed at one point it said full. But whatever I was talking about, whenever it got cut off, I hope you were enjoying the conversation. Otherwise, yeah, I'm a little discombobulated by that whole thing, and I really don't like. Yeah, all right, that's slightly better. So sorry about that. I'm gonna have to debug and look into that. You know, it's not the biggest. I don't have a 64 gig SD card in there or anything, but it was reporting it should be able to do. I forget what size it is. 32 maybe. I don't. But it was reporting it should be hours of capacity. So I do not know why that filled up. I'm gonna definitely have to take a look at that for next week. Anyway, other things that happened in the news. For Americans, and I suppose for the rest of the world, because America is pretty, you know, we're still have a global presence, and let's face it, we're all citizens of the world. We may live and reside in individual countries, but it's a global economy. It's a global, environmental issues are a global concern. We can't be all, you know, nationalistic and pretend that our little country is what we want to do and we don't affect each other. We all have to care about the entire earth. So, American politics, you know, everyone's politics have an input, but I live in the United States of America, so that's the ones that are happening right around me. And it was Super Tuesday last night, which is in the lovely, archaic, and convoluted, and way too long process that the United States uses to pick its candidates for president, which we do every 4 years. We do a whole bunch of things, and every different state does it differently, and blah, 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 and we choose things, and it's weird. Look up how you want to do that, how we do that if you want to know, or I can talk about it someday. But it happened, and a bunch of states did it last night, and it's a pretty good indicator of who our eventual candidates are going to be. And it looks like it's going to be Donald Trump and Hillary Clinton, which, personally, not so thrilled about either of them. But, you know, this isn't a politics blog or vlog or whatever it is. I hate that word. This isn't about politics, so a little feel uncomfortable talking about this topic in front of everyone, just because it's not what I normally cover. But I do think there is something that has been highlighted by the two people who have eventually won, and the particularly Mr. Trump, who that highlights one of the problems that is facing our country. Now it's especially, I'm noticing it, but it's probably, let's be fair, existed maybe for the entire span of humanity. And it harkens back to the talk I did before, where I'm like, you know, smart is good, and how we're kind of, you know, dumbing down our public discourse, the things we talk about. It's not cool to be smart. It's not cool to think about things. And I think the way these candidates have been elected or chosen kind of shows the outcome of that effect. Because, and we'll look at Trump in particular because he highlights it so very well. The man is probably a lot of adjectives I could use but shouldn't. But most relevantly is an entertainer. That's what he does. That's what he is. And that's how his campaign is run. He has run his campaign on sound bites that sound good, that, entertain people, that give people little snippets of things they are looking for, but not actually any meat. He doesn't have any real clear stances on what will he do as president. How does he feel about abortion? How does he feel about gun control? He's had public statements that he's in that he agrees on both sides of the issue. He has taken a stance on, immigration with his infamous wall comment, but even that stance is, while it may sound great as a soundbite, is so extreme, it's unimplementable. Like, you were never going to build a wall, by Mexico. So by saying, I'm going to build a wall, between the United States and Mexico, and knowing that there's no way that's actually going to happen, you might as well say, I'm going to put all the people I don't like on Mars as a political platform, because it's not going to happen. So it's not a political platform. And that's kind of my problem with his whole entire campaign, that nothing he says, nothing he has publicly put out as a position has anything to do with what he will be able to do if he becomes the president of the United States. He is not an actual real candidate. He is an entertainer playing the role of a political candidate. And the fact that he is effectively, now it's looking like, going to be the nominee for the Republican Party should be terrifying to everyone on both sides of, the political spectrum. We now effectively have Hillary Clinton, who, while I, disagree with a lot of what she stands for, is actually a political candidate and has, positions and documented platform and things she plans to do or try to do and stand for. And on the other side, we have effectively nothing. So, and America is it's a two-party system. We only have two choices for president that have any real chance of happening. And with the Republicans putting up Donald Trump, we effectively no longer have that. We have one. And so it's terrifying to me that it's gotten this far, and has happened. And even worse, the possibility that a person may win the most powerful office in this country without actually having said anything about what he's going to do with it that's of substance, it just boggles my mind how we can let this happen. And I think that's what harkens back to the smart is cool. And it's very, very clear to me that he got the support from people who are not thinking about positions. They're not asking themselves questions. They're not saying, is this what this man is saying actually making sense? They're voting on the entertainment value. They're voting on, his sound bites. They're voting on the coverage he gets on the, 20 seconds of Fox that they watch or whatever it is. And there's no deeper dive into his position to stand for, because he has none. And so if the people who are supporting Trump would have done that, due diligence to ensure that he's actually a viable candidate before they've supported him, I don't think we'd ever be in this position. But they're going off of emotion, off of, as Stephen Colbert lampooned, the truthiness. They're going with their gut of the statement. And this is what we get because we don't encourage critical thinking. and we don't encourage the questioning and the deep things. Even the so-called political debates, which are debates in name only and have no resemblance to what an actual debate would look like, they're an entertainment platform. And, you know, while it makes me sad that I just bought a house and now I might have to look at alternate places to eventually live, yeah, there's a little bit of hyperbole there. I don't know. It makes me sad that this is what we've come to, and I don't know, other than shouting into the wind, I don't know how to change it. But please, everyone, you know, I don't care if you agree with me or disagree with me on the actual issues. I don't care if you're pro-gun or anti-gun or you know, whatever the platform or the issue that we want to talk about is. I don't care if you agree with me or not, but please at least have a well-reasoned opinion. And you don't have to be an expert on everything. I know I'm not, but I have the things I care about, and I have taken the time to understand both sides of the things I care about. And please take the time to do the same. So until on that heavy downer note, you know, until next time, enjoy. And I will see you later. Bye.